the headlines, members of the Filipino community in Japan expressed support for Kingdom of Jesus Christ founder Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy, saying his religious work has a positive influence on migrant workers. Myanmar's president has arrived in Moscow for an official visit, with talks scheduled with Russian President Vladimir Putin to expand diplomatic, military, and economic cooperation. Spain will create 1,500 temporary accommodation places in Ceuta as local authorities struggle to house thousands of migrants following recent border surges. Emergency teams and military personnel are searching collapsed building in Indonesia's Manggarai Regency after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake killed at least 68 people and displaced thousands. Back home, Vice President Sara Duterte's defense team objected to the prosecution's use of AI-generated images and physical props in the impeachment trial, arguing they could influence testimony from the witness. And in showbiz, Disney pulled out all the stops at D23 in Anaheim, bringing nostalgia, Hollywood star power, and exclusive sneak peeks to thousands of fans. First in our news, Spain will create 1,500 temporary accommodation places in Ceuta as authorities struggle to house thousands of migrants remaining in the Spanish enclave. Carlo de la Peña has the update.
Spanish Migration Minister Elma Saiz arrived in Ceuta on Monday for emergency talks with Regional President Juan Jesus Vivas to address the ongoing migrant crisis. Saiz announced that Madrid will open 4 temporary reception sites across the enclave. By converting car parks and former sports fields, the government aims to create 1,500 emergency spaces for migrants who are currently forced to sleep in public parks and makeshift camps following July's mass crossings from Morocco.
Les anuncio que en el día de hoy se van a desplegar varios dispositivos de atención humanitaria de carácter temporal y extraordinario. Esto supondrá la habilitación inmediata de 1,500 nuevas plazas.
When asked if Madrid plans to deport these individuals or process their asylum claims, Saiz said Spain's response will strictly follow European Union migration laws and international human rights commitments. Meanwhile, Ceuta's regional president Juan Jesus Vivas gave the central government 30 days to restore normal border operations and speed up migrant processing, warning that the enclave could pursue legal action.
Y evidentemente, pues estamos dando una respuesta cumpliendo estrictamente el marco de la legalidad vigente y, por supuesto, como ven, mi presencia hoy aquí con el anuncio que les he realizado, por supuesto también con ese compromiso con la atención humanitaria. Estamos trabajando en el marco de la legalidad vigente y con el compromiso de la atención humanitaria, y lo he dicho en más de una ocasión que este gobierno trabaja siempre con una política migratoria que busca una migración regular, ordenada y sobre todo segura.
While border security forces continue to tighten controls along the boundary line, local authorities and humanitarian aid groups are maintaining round-the-clock emergency relief efforts. Madrid and Ceuta officials are locked in negotiations over long-term solutions for relocation and processing. Reporting for Newsline World, this has been Carlo de la Peña, SMNI News.
Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico announced on Monday that nuclear power is projected to generate 75% of Slovakia's electricity by the end of 2026, positioning the nation as a world leader in nuclear generation. Virgil Parba has the details.
Speaking at the Jaslovskie Bohunice nuclear plant, Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico outlined the country's energy future following the integration of the fourth reactor at Mochovce. Fico said 6 active nuclear units across Slovakia's 2 commercial plants will generate around 75% of the country's electricity, strengthening energy independence and allowing up to 500 megawatts of surplus power for export. Fico also pointed to Slovakia's closed-loop cooling systems as an advantage amid amid drought and extreme weather affecting nuclear plants in neighboring Hungary and Romania. He reaffirmed plans to build an additional 1,200 megawatt reactor at Jaslovské Bohunice, citing growing European support for nuclear energy. With Mochovce Unit 4 undergoing final commercial testing phase, Slovak authorities expect the expanded nuclear fleet to permanently stabilize the domestic power grid, secure regional energy supplies, and accelerate Europe's transition to clean energy. This has been Verhil Parba, your Global Citizen correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
Meanwhile, the president of Myanmar has arrived in Moscow for an official visit, where he is scheduled to hold bilateral talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin to expand diplomatic and economic cooperation. This report from Jane Cognita.
Myanmar President U Min Aung Hlaing arrived in Moscow on Monday. He was welcomed at the airport with full military honors by a Russian delegation led by Economic Development Minister Maxim Reshetnikov. The state visit marks the latest high-level meeting between the two nations. Both Moscow and Naypyidaw are working closely to build deeper strategic ties in trade, defense, and energy. During Tuesday's scheduled Kremlin summit, President Min Aung Hlaing and Russian President Vladimir Putin will discuss expanding bilateral trade, joint infrastructure projects, and regional security cooperation. Following these high-level discussions, officials from both sides are expected to sign several key agreements to finalize and lock in their expanded partnership. During the visit, President U Min Aung Hlaing will also attend the Myanmar-Russia Economic Forum. This has been Jane Cognita, Global Citizen correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
Emergency teams and military personnel are searching through the ruins of collapsed buildings in Indonesia's Manggarai Regency after a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake killed at least 68 people and displaced thousands. Verhil Parba tells us more.
Rescuers and residents are clearing away heavy rubble across the East Manggarai Regency after a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck early Saturday morning.
This is the aftermath of the powerful quake,
with more than 1,300 homes damaged, commercial buildings flattened, and key roads blocked by landslides.
Nearly 1,500 military, police, and disaster response personnel are conducting search operations and delivering supplies. Right now, about 5,000 displaced survivors are staying in temporary shelters. However, broken communications lines, widespread power outages, and continuous aftershocks are cutting off access to remote villages and keeping terrified residents away from the unstable structures. While authorities have lifted the initial tsunami warning, medical teams are still treating more than 200 injured survivors in makeshift field hospitals. Search crews are using heavy machinery at major collapse sites, while authorities work to clear roads and restore essential services. This has been Verhil Parba, your Global Citizen correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
Members of the Filipino community in Japan believe that Kingdom of Jesus Christ founder Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy brings a good influence. MJ Mondihar has the report from Tokyo.
From the successful KOJC Summer Camp 2026 in Kanagawa Prefecture here in Japan, several members of the Japan Filipino community went straight the following day to attend a special Thanksgiving worship presentation. These overseas Filipinos joined activities alongside KOJC members and workers. They are not members of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, but they saw the positive influence brought by KOJC founder Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy. For Vivian, the accusations against the good pastor are unbelievable because she personally attended KOJC Japan activities.
Siya isang ama na nagpalaki ng mga anak na napakababait at napakaayos. Siyempre kapag maayos ang ama, maayos ang anak, at ang pamilya niyang KOJC ay talagang, we really can praise KOJC kasi they are so united, mapagmahal, and very kind. So every time na kasama ako sa KOJC, I feel I belong. Wala akong difference na nararamdaman. So maraming salamat. It is always a privilege to be with the KOJC.
For Charlie, Pastor ACQ is a respectable personality because of the many people he has helped.
For anybody who would lead a religion is somebody na I will call myself as the appointed son. Kasi for anybody to lead a big flock, regardless of religion or regardless of the denomination, I think universal naman ang ating ang ating faith, isang God lang. And syempre alam natin si Pastor Kibuloy, sobrang malaki ang kanyang flock. That means he is somebody. He is somebody big in the eyes of God.
Meanwhile, it is not only Filipinos who continue to recognize the good pastor. According to Freddie, Pastor ACQ's ministry brings good influence to millions of people across the globe.
Well, I don't know a lot about the pastor or his ministry, but since coming here, the last 48 hours, I have come to realize that he has done two major things that impacted me personally. One of those things is the fact that he created something. He planted a seed over 23 years ago, because I witnessed today saying happy anniversary for 23 years of work in Japan. And to me, that is a major accomplishment. And for him to have done something like that, it planted a seed for other people to invite me here.
For first-timers at KOJC Japan, there's much to learn from Pastor ACQ's ministry. He said he hopes this influence spreads to all parts of the world, an influence of love and true goodness for humanity, because those who fear the influence of goodness are allegedly those pushing for evil and darkness.
Ang unang-unang natutunan ko kay Pastor at hindi ko makakalimutan ay yung belief at trust natin sa ating kay God, no? So, yung paniniwala na hindi tayo pinababayaan at hindi tayo papabayaan at palagi tayong kakampi ng nasa taas. Salamat, Pastor, sa magandang advice niyo sa amin at hindi ko makakalimutan yon.
Message ko po kay Pastor, maraming salamat sa magandang mensahe, no? Sana po ay magpapakatatag kayo, no? At sana po marami pa po kayong matulungan.
I'm very happy to meet you. I may not have met you personally, but I've met you through your work. And for that, I'm very happy to have met you. And I look forward to seeing you someday in person. God bless you.
Kasi hindi naman talaga ako member ng KOJC, but I followed, palagi kong naririnig ko ano yung mga ginagawa ni Pastor Kibuloy, lalo na sa mga less privileged. So I think that's a good sign that this flock that Pastor Kibuloy is leading is really a big deal in heaven.
Reporting for Newsline World, this has been MJ Mondihar, SMNA News.
Up next, Vice President Sara Duterte's defense team objected to the prosecution's use of AI-generated images and physical props in the impeachment trial, arguing they could influence testimony from the witness. More news when Newsline World returns.
Sa bawat panahon ng krisis, may mga tinig na patuloy na nagtatanong. Hindi para sirain ang pamahalaan, kundi para panagutin ito.
That the President's role is to defend press freedom and not lead in destroying it or demeaning its practitioners.
Mga salitang minsang nagbigay pag-asa sa malayang pamamahayag.
It is my duty for which I ask no special favor, but only fairness, which every citizen, be he the leader of the land or a tiller of the soil, deserves from the fourth estate.
Sapagkat ang media ay hindi kaaway ng gobyerno. Ito ay bantay ng bayan.
Unlike many of my predecessors, I do not seek collaboration, for that implies a surrender of your independence.
Ang tunay na malayang media, hindi sunod-sunuran, hindi tahimik, hindi takot.
I am of the opinion that national interest is better served by a press that is critical rather than a press that is cooperative.
Dahil sa isang demokrasya, ang mapanuring media ay hindi hadlang sa pamahalaan. Ito ang nagpapatibay dito.
It must have the untrammeled freedom to do its work, not just to arm the citizenry with the truth, but also to deepen discernment in this age of mass disinformation.
Sa panahon ng disinformation, mas mahalaga ang katotohanan, mas mahalaga ang malayang pamamahayag.
The principal role of the press is not to applaud those who govern, but you hold us accountable without holding back and giving praise to those who deserve it and providing criticism for those who deserve that.
Ang kritikal na media ay hindi kalaban ng gobyerno. Ito ay haligi ng demokrasya. Panindigan natin ang kalayaan sa pamamahayag. Ang katotohanan ay hindi dapat katakutan. Sa isang tunay na demokrasya, ang malayang pamamahayag ay hindi dapat pinatatahimik. Ito ay pinakikinggan. Ang kritikal na media ay hindi kalaban ng gobyerno. Ito ay haligi ng demokrasya. Panindigan natin ang kalayaan sa pamamahayag. Para sa Diyos at Pilipinas nating mahal, kasama nyo ang SMNI sa panatang ito.
For years, Sunshine Media Network International has remained committed to delivering truth that matters. Anchored on the principles of responsible journalism, the network prioritizes facts, clarity, and information that truly matters to the public. SMNI provides a platform for voices that are often unheard, stories that deserve attention, and issues that demand understanding. Public service and national interest remain at the heart of every broadcast. Through consistent reporting and meaningful programming, SMNI continues to strengthen credibility and build public trust. This commitment to truthful and relevant reporting has not gone unnoticed. Over the years, SMNI has received various awards and recognitions from different institutions and organizations. These honors highlight the network's contributions to public service, broadcasting excellence, and nation-oriented programming. Each recognition stands as a testament to SMNI's dedication to responsible journalism and meaningful storytelling. More importantly, these accolades reflect the confidence and trust placed by the public and partner institutions. Guiding this mission is the vision of the network's honorary chairman, Pastor Apollo C. Kibaloy. His leadership underscores the belief that media can be a powerful force for nation building. Under this vision, SMNI promotes unity, moral values, and responsible citizenship among Filipinos. Programs are designed not only to inform, but also to inspire and empower communities. Because for SMNI, the mission goes beyond broadcasting. It is about contributing to the progress and development of the nation. This commitment to service extends beyond the television screen. Through the SMNI Foundation, the network implements humanitarian and community outreach initiatives across the country. Programs provide assistance to communities, children, and families in need, bringing help where it matters most. SMNI also works hand-in-hand with its partner organizations, including the Sunshine Philippines Movement, the Keepers Club International, and the Children's Joy Foundation Incorporated. Together, these organizations promote volunteerism, compassion, and social responsibility. Their programs demonstrate SMNI's commitment to real public service, turning advocacy into action. SMNI, delivering truth that matters for nation building.
Matunog ngayon ang salitang impeachment sa Pilipinas dahil sa impeachment trial kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Pero ang tanong ng taong bayan, ito ba ay para sa interes ng bansa o para sa politikal na motibo lamang? Sa ilalim ng saligang batas, may mga opisyal ng pamahalaan na maaring tanggalin sa pwesto sa pamamagitan ng impeachment. Kabilang dito ang Pangulo, Pangalawang Pangulo, mga mahistrado ng Korte Suprema, mga miyembro ng Constitutional Commission at ang Ombudsman. Maaaring ma-impeach ang mga nabanggit na opisyal dahil sa matinding paglabag sa konstitusyon, pagtataksil sa bayan, panunuhol, katiwalian, mabibigat na krimen o pagtataksil sa tiwala ng publiko. Sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas, ilang matataas na opisyal na ang humarap sa impeachment trial. Noong taong 2000, si Pangulong Joseph Erap Estrada ang unang pangulo ng bansa na humarap sa isang impeachment trial. Taong 2011 naman, si Ombudsman Mercedes Gutierrez ay naharap din sa impeachment dahil sa umano'y kapabayaan sa pag-aksyon sa mga kaso ng katiwalian. Hindi na siya humarap sa pagdinig sapagkat bago pa magsimula ang impeachment trial ay nagbitiw na ito sa pwesto. Noong 2012, si Chief Justice Renato Corona ay napatalsik naman mula sa Korte Suprema sa unang pagkakataon na impeach ang isang Chief Justice matapos mapatunayang hindi niya idineklara ang kanyang Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth o SALN ng buo. Ano nga ba ang proseso ng pag-impeach sa isang mataas na opisyal batay sa konstitusyon? Maaaring magsampa ng reklamo ang isang miyembro ng Kongreso o isang mamamayan basta may sumusuportang kongresista. Kapag 1/3 ng mga miyembro ng Kamara ang sumang-ayon, tuloy na agad ang proseso ng impeachment sa Senado. Sa sandaling maaprubahan ito ng House of Representatives, binubuo na ang Articles of Impeachment, isang dokumento na naglalaman ng mga aligasyon o batayan para sa impeachment. Pero tandaan, walang impeachment proceedings na maaaring isampa laban sa parehong opisyal ng higit sa isang beses sa loob ng isang taon. Ang Senado naman ang magsisilbing impeachment court kapag ang Pangulo ang nililitis, ang punong mahistrado ang namumuno, ngunit hindi bumoboto. 2/3 ng mga senador ang kailangan para hatulan ang opisyal. Anong parusa? Pagkakatanggal sa pwesto at diskwalipikasyon na makabalik sa gobyerno. Ang impeachment ay hindi simpleng usapin sa politika. Isa itong seryosong proseso na maaaring makapekto sa kinabukasan ng bansa. Kaya sa panahong puno ng ingay at intriga, kinakailangan nating maging mapanuri, patas at maging makabayan. Bantayan natin ang katotohanan, pumanig tayo sa hustisya at higit sa lahat, unahin natin ang interes ng sambayanang Pilipino.
Hoy, magnanakaw! Tingin! Pulis ka! Hala, magnanakaw!
Magnanakaw! Magnanakaw!
Hoy, magnanakaw!
Magnanakaw! Magnanakaw!
Ano kayang gagawin ko? Ipamimigay ko yung konti para tumigil sila sa pag-iingay.
Pare, magnanakaw, namimigay ng pera.
Ito ang sayo.
Wow! Ang bait ng magnanakaw!
Ito naman sayo.
Kuya, yung
eto
share ko! Sana
Huwag ka nang maingay. Eto pa. Tama na yan. Nakikipalato lang kayo eh. Huwag nang maingay. Diba? Konti lang pinamigay ko, mabait na ako. Tahimik na sila. Easy. Ngayon, pwede ko na tong suluhin.
Masaya ang mga tao, pero tama po ba ito? Di po ba ang nakikinabang sa magnanakaw ay kasabwat ng magnanakaw?
Ikaw, kinukonsenti mo ba ang legal na korupsyon?
Navotas Representative Toby Tiangco called for scrutiny to the House budget from previous years to ensure the transparency in the proposed funds for 2027. Daniela Paulite has the details.
On the first day of the House deliberations on the proposed 2027 budget, Navotas Representative Toby Tiangco early questioned why the House of Representatives budget does not undergo pre-plenary deliberations, unlike other government agencies. In an interview with SMNI News, Tiangco insisted that the House must show and explain to the public how its funds were spent in 2025 and 2026, as well as the basis for the proposed 17.6 billion pesos budget for 2027. He noted that if it doesn't go through pre-plenary deliberations, there will be no explanation of how previous budgets were spent, where they went, and what served as the basis for the requested amount.
Pag sa plenaryo na lang, papaano kami magtatanong? Ang makikita lang namin is yung proposal ng budget na nasa NEP. Hindi namin matatanong papaano nyo ba ginastos yung nakaraang budget.
He emphasized that the House budget must undergo the same scrutiny process for the sake of transparency. According to him, the House budget increased significantly after congressional deliberations from over 16 billion pesos in the 2025 National Expenditure Program or NEP. It rose to 33 billion pesos in the General Appropriations Act.
If we want transparency from all departments, dapat kami ang maging halimbawa. Kasi yung budget nang gagaling sa amin kaming nagmusisi ng budget ng lahat ng departamento. Tapos yung budget namin mismo, ayaw nilang ipabusisi. 'Di ba? Parang lokohan naman yata 'yon, 'di ba? Nasaan yung accountability doon kung mismong yung budget namin ayaw nilang ipabusisi?
For 2027, from 17.6 billion pesos in the NEP, the House allocated budget reached 27 billion pesos. Tiangco further insisted that if the House has nothing to hide, it should present its funds just like any other government agency.
So ganun din dapat ang sa House of Representatives. Paano nyo ginastos yung budget ng 2025? Ano ang status ng paggastos ng 2026? Ano ang mga plano at programa na gagawin kaya't kailangan nyo nitong budget na ito. Di ba? Para pagdating naman sa susunod na taon, tatanong natin, nasunod nyo ba yung mga plano at programa nyo para sa House of Representatives, di ba? So, hindi ko maintindihan ayaw, di ba? Bakit pa kailangan pag-usapan sa leadership yon kung papayag o hindi? Ang hinihingi lang naman natin is transparency.
Meanwhile, the lawmaker admitted that public trust in the budget cannot be easily restored due to the past anomalies.
Kapag hindi po na kasuhan ng plunder si former Speaker Martin Romualdez, hindi talaga babalik yung tiwala ng tao. Tanggapin natin yan. Number 2, dito sa budget process, dapat talaga full transparency, di ba? Kasi yung accountability comes with transparency.
House Appropriations Committee Chair Mika Swansing meanwhile said they will submit Tiangco's request to subject the House budget to pre-plenary review to the House leadership for consideration. Reporting for Newsline World, Daniela Paulita, SMNI News.
Meanwhile, discussions grew heated on day 16 of the impeachment trial against Vice President Sara Duterte. The defense panel strongly opposed digging into the Vice President confidential funds during her tenure as Davao City Mayor, arguing it falls outside the articles of impeachment. In addition, the defense panel questioned the prosecution use of AI-generated images and props inside the Senate impeachment court. Angel Pastor has the report.
On the 16th day of Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial, the prosecution's fifth witness, House Legislative Information Resources Director Marivic Pareja, no longer took the witness stand. This remains linked to Article 1, which tackles the alleged misuse of VP Sara's confidential funds after both sides reached an agreement on several documents presented to the court. Private Prosecutor Attorney Armando Ligutan and Defense Counsel Attorney Lyndon Miguel Baquel led the proceedings. Attorney Baquel confirmed their stipulation that the documents presented by the prosecution were already turned over to the archives, the official custodian of the records. Because of this, Pareha's testimony was dispensed with and she was excused from the witness stand. The prosecution then called Gina Acosta, former Special Disbursing Officer or SDO of the Office of the Vice President, as their first hostile witness in the trial. Acosta is the prosecution's first adverse witness testifying on Article 1. From 2022 to 2023, Acosta served as SDO for the OVP. During that period, she was tasked with handling and disbursing the OVP's confidential funds.
Siya ay nagsilbing Special Disbursing Officer or SDO ng Office of the Vice President noong taong 2022 at saka 2023. Pang-apat, siya rin ang nagsilbing SDO para sa confidential funds noon ni Mayor Sara Duterte sa Davao City mula taong 2019 hanggang 2022. Panglima, siya ang naging staff member sa Davao City Administrator's Office sa pagitan ng mga taong 2016 at 2022 at ng Davao City Budget Office sa panunungkulan noon ni Mayor Sara Zimmerman Duterte.
The defense immediately objected to bringing up Acosta's former role as Davao City SDO when VP Sara was still mayor. According to the defense, this has no direct relevance to the charges outlined in the articles of impeachment.
For purpose number 4 and 5, as regards the confidential funds in Davao City and the position of the witness as SDO of Davao City, we would like to object on the ground of irrelevance, Your Honor, considering that for the simple reason that the confidential funds in Davao City are not part of the allegations in the articles of impeachment. So there's really no fact in issue to be proved by the testimony of the witness, Your Honor. For all the other purposes, Your Honor, these are subject to cross-examination.
The prosecution countered that Acosta's previous stint is vital to establishing a pattern or course of conduct relevant to the case.
The stipulation is well taken or established na si Ms. Acosta ay ngayon nanunungkulan bilang Vice Presidential Staff Officer 6, saka nagsilbi siyang Special Disbursing Officer noong taong 2022 saka 2023. However, Your Honor, please, yung punto na walang relevance, yung naging pagsisilbi as SDO para sa confidential funds mula 2019 saka 2022, we beg to disagree. It is very much relevant in today's proceedings, considering, Your Honor, please, that it is her experience as the SDO of Davao City in those inclusive years that led the Vice President to also bring her to the office of the Vice President and do the things they did in Davao City, this time with the money of the office of the Vice President. That is very much relevant to the prosecution's case, Your Honor.
Presiding Officer Cheese Escudero allowed the line of questioning solely to show a possible pattern or behavior of the witness. However, Escudero clarified that VP Sara Duterte's actions while serving as Davao City Mayor are not part of the impeachment trial and cannot be added to the 4 articles of impeachment.
The rebuttal presented by the prosecution is wrong, considering that there's no such allegation in the articles of impeachment, Your Honor. Moreover, Your Honor, it is clear in the ruling of the Supreme Court in Duterte versus House of Representatives that the basis of any charge must be for acts committed in relation to the impeachable office and within the term of the impeachable officer, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can I make a quick rebuttal to the last point?
No need, counsel. The presiding officer will make a ruling. The court will allow it, given that it is for the purpose of establishing pattern and/or behavior on the part of the witness. But to be clear, that whatever she says with respect to acts committed by her in relation to the vice president now, while she was a mayor in Davao City, is not part of this impeachment trial and will not in any way add to the charges that has been filed and are pending before this court under the 4 articles of impeachment, as previously ruled by the chair in previous requests for subpoena, for example.
Meanwhile, the defense strongly objected to the prosecution's use of an AI-generated image depicting a black bag allegedly used to carry 125 million pesos in confidential cash. According to Acosta, 4 bags were actually used to transport the amount. The defense team also hit the prosecution's use of physical props while questioning Acosta.
Yung 1 million pesos, kamukha ba ng isang bundle na ito?
Your Honor, we manifest that upon the examination of assisting counsel, these appear to be just blue-colored lengthwise papers wrapped in plastic with 10 bundles each. How is this an accurate representation of the size of whatever the prosecution claims to be, Your Honor? They are yet to lay the proper basis as regards this.
Counsel claims it's a mere simulation.
Yes.
If that is an objection, counsel, I will have to overrule the objection.
For God of my beloved Philippines, Angel Pastor, SM9 News.
In related news, the defense team of Vice President Sara Duterte has contested the prosecution use of AI-generated images and physical props during their direct examination of former Special Disbursing Officer Gina Acosta. Sheena Torno tells us why.
Hostile witness Gina Acosta spent over 4 hours on the witness stand. Acosta served as the Special Disbursing Officer for the Office of the Vice President, handling the disbursement of 125 million pesos in confidential funds. Midway through Acosta's direct examination, VP Sara's defense panel objected to the prosecution's use of AI-generated images depicting 4 bags supposedly filled with cash. This was on top of physical props, bundles of mock 1,000 peso bills, presented by the prosecution while questioning Acosta.
Your Honor, we manifest that upon the examination of assisting counsel, these appear to be just blue-colored lengthwise papers wrapped in plastic with 10 bundles each. How is this an accurate representation of the size of whatever the prosecution claims to be, Your Honor? They are yet to lay the proper basis as regards this.
Counsel claims it's a mere simulation.
Yes.
If that is an objection, counsel, I will have to overrule the objection.
The defense insisted that the AI photo was inaccurate and failed to match the actual size and appearance of the cash withdrawn by the witness from the Land Bank of the Philippines. Presiding Officer Sater Cheese Escudero agreed that the paper money appeared oversized. However, the court still allowed it, noting that the prosecution was merely using the items for simulation and illustrative purposes. Still, the defense expressed concern over the prosecution's continued reliance on AI-generated images and props inside the impeachment court.
I think yung main concern lang talaga namin is kung accurate yung nakikita, kasi baka exaggerated yung nakikita, baka okay hindi exaggerated, baka naman hindi talaga yun yung itsura na gustong ipakita.
The Vice President's defense team stressed that the actual events and evidence must be depicted accurately.
Alam naman natin yung AI sometimes does not really depict yung totoong itsura ng mga bagay-bagay. Kasi hindi natin ma-determine yung accuracy kung ganun pa talaga ang itsura ng 125 million.
Meanwhile, defense spokesperson Attorney Michael Poa emphasized that the new perjury complaint filed by the Vice President against Ramil Madriaga will not affect the ongoing trial.
Siyempre, pinano dyan pagdating sa cross-examination. So, itong mga perjury complaints, hindi naman siya nakaka-apekto dito sa impeachment.
Attorney Poa reiterated that they are ready to refute Madriaga's allegations point by point to prove they are entirely baseless. To recall, the Vice President filed her first perjury complaint against Madriaga at the Taguig City Prosecutor's Office to deny his claims that he previously served as a bagman, among other accusations. For God and for my beloved Philippines, this has been Sheena Torno, SMNI News.
Legal and public policy expert pointed out that technical issues regarding the use of confidential funds are insufficient to prove betrayal of public trust against Vice President Sara Duterte in the ongoing Senate impeachment trial. Prince Tripoli has the updates.
Ang lumalabas ang problema ang COA.
In an interview with SMNA News, Attorney Spocky Farolan asserted that the impeachment hearing highlights ambiguities in several Commission on Audit, rules and regulations governing confidential funds audits. He emphasized that policies must be clear, especially when used as the basis for holding an official accountable.
Pero itong lumalabas dito sa hearing na ito, dito sa confidential funds, ang lumalabas ang problema ang COA. Kasi malabo yung mga patakaran at mga panuntunan o rules and regulations ng COA sa pag-audit ng confidential funds.
According to Farolan, there are instances where auditors supposedly impose additional requirements that are not clearly stated in existing rules and regulations. These include certain supporting documents such as transmittal reports and acknowledgement receipts.
Ang sinasabi nila, hindi kailangan may nahuli, kailangan may nakulong. Wala namang sinasabi yun.
In the end, Farolan stressed the need to clearly distinguish what is explicitly mandated by law from what is merely an additional requirement introduced during the audit process. Reporting for Newsline World, this has been Prince Tripoli, SMNA News.
Meanwhile, 8 Filipino seafarers from the MV Bread Fan have safely returned to the Philippines following a drone strike on their vessel in the Black Sea. Anja De Leon has the details.
Relief filled the arrivals area at NAIA Terminal 3 on August 16th as the 8 Filipino crew members landed aboard Turkish Airlines flight TK084. Authorities confirmed that all 8 crew members are completely safe and accounted for, with no injuries reported. The harrowing ordeal unfolded on August 7, 2026, when a drone struck their ship as it approached the port of Novorossiysk in Russia. The strike damaged parts of the ship's bridge equipment and communication systems, but its main engine propulsion remained operational. Upon landing in Manila, the crew members were met by representatives from the Department of Migrant Workers, Overseas Workers Welfare Administration or OWA, and their manning agency, who immediately provided both airport and financial assistance. Medical teams from the Manila International Airport Authority and New NAIA Infra Corporation also conducted initial health assessments to support their recovery. The seafarers will undergo complete physical and psychological evaluations, along with debriefing sessions, to help them process the traumatic ordeal. Following the incident, the DMW reminded all Filipino seafarers of their right to refuse deployment to designated high-risk or warlike zones, reassuring them that the government stands firmly behind them to protect their safety and rights. Angie De Leon, our Global Citizen Correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
Disney just pulled out all the stops for 2 massive milestone events, bringing pure nostalgia, royalty, and Hollywood star power straight to the fans. Here's Faith Agustin for the Showbuzz.
Disney has officially kicked off its annual World Princess Week, celebrating courage, compassion, and timeless nostalgia. The crown jewel of this year's celebration is Once a Princess, Always a Princess, a Disney short film now streaming on Disney Plus and YouTube. The short film follows 2 childhood friends bound by their shared love for Disney princesses who grow up to pass those same traditions down to their own daughters. Directed by acclaimed filmmaker Alex Prager, this heartwarming short features handcrafted castle bigatures, custom puppets, hand-painted backdrops, and a sweeping score by a 56-piece orchestra. The launch follows last week's massive live event at Disney California Adventure Park, where the studio hosted Disney Princess The Ultimate Concert Celebration. The event featured the largest assembly of Disney Princess talent in history, including Brandy in Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, Paige O'Hara and Susan Egan in Beauty and the Beast, Jodie Benson and Halle Bailey in The Little Mermaid, Auli'i Cravalho and Catherine Lagaaya in Moana, Lea Salonga and Aladdin in Mulan, Judy Kuhn in Pocahontas, and Annika Noni Rose in The Princess and the Frog. Meanwhile, over at D23, the ultimate Disney fan event, 13 entertainment icons were officially inducted into the elite ranks of Disney legends. Hosted by Ryan Seacrest and opened by Disney CEO Josh D'Amaro, the star-studded ceremony was one for the history books. Lin-Manuel Miranda was inducted following a tribute introduced by his Moana star Auli'i Cravalho, complete with a show-stopping medley of his Disney hits performed by Jordan Fisher, Wayne Brady, and Utkarsh Ambudkar. While Anne Hathaway received a warm introduction from her The Devil Wears Prada director David Frankel and a surprise video tribute from Vogue's Anna Wintour, calling her a creative powerhouse. On the other hand, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was introduced by his close friend and Jungle Cruise co-star Emily Blunt, reflecting on his deep personal connection to bringing joy to families at Disney parks. While Susan Egan, the original Broadway Belle in Beauty and the Beast and voice of Megara in Hercules, was serenaded by a quartet of former belles alongside global pop group Cat's Eye. Alan Tudyk was feted by his Zootopia co-star Jennifer Goodwin for voicing over 25 Disney characters, while Mulan star Ming-Na Wen presented Imagineering icon Kim Irvin with her award. And the Jonas Brothers were inducted by Vanessa Hudgens, thanking their fans for letting them grow up alongside them over 2 decades of music. Chris Berman, introduced by NFL icon Steve Young, legendary producer Jerry Bruckheimer, introduced by Orlando Bloom, and master animator Eric Goldberg, introduced by Walt Disney Animation CCO Jared Bush, were also immortalized into Disney history. Finally, the night's final honor went to CEO Bob Iger, introduced by an all-star lineup of previous legends including Harrison Ford, Robert Downey Jr., Diane Sawyer, Ellen Pompeo, and sportscaster Al Michaels. This has been Faye Agustin, your Global Citizen correspondent, bringing you the latest show buzz.
After 4 determined attempts and a heartwarming journey from a freezing mountain rescue to California comfort, Ginny Lou the Pug has officially claimed the coveted title of World's Ugliest Dog, taking home the top prize at the milestone 50th anniversary of the contest. Stella Maris has the story.
Held on August 14 at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds, the 50th annual event brought together a crowd of distinctively imperfect canines and adoring fans lining the red carpet. Ginny Lou, complete with her signature bulging eyes and wonderfully floppy hanging tongue, captured the hearts of the judges to first place, improving upon her impressive second place finish from 2025. Owned by Michelle Grady of Ukiah, California, Ginny Lou's story is as inspiring as it is charming. 4 years ago, she was found as a frightened, shy dog huddled in a wooden box in freezing weather in the mountains of South Korea. Following her adoption through Pug Rescue, Ginny Lou underwent a complete transformation. Today, her family describes her as a constant source of mischief and joy, famous for sunbathing and stealthily dipping her long tongue into unattended food bowls. Ginny Lou's victory comes with a $5,000 cash prize, a shiny trophy, and a featured spot on limited edition cans of Mog Root beer, a primary sponsor of the event. The podium was rounded out by 2 fantastic runners-up, Pinky, an albino Pomeranian Chihuahua mix who took second place, and $3,000, and Odo, a Chihuahua mix who secured third, and $2,000. More than just a quirky tradition, this half-century-old competition celebrates the unique traits that make every dog special. Produced by the Sonoma Marine Agricultural Association, the event actively champions pet rescue and adoption while honoring the unconditional bond between rescue pets and their owners. This has been Stella Maris, your citizen correspondent, reporting for Newsline World.
And before we end, may you be inspired with the words of the sun. Stand up and rise again. Go back, restart until you can stand again. And that's all for this edition of Newsline World. For God and my beloved country, the Philippines, I'm Andrea Santos. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
This is SMNI News Channel. Truth that matters.